trend. Screen glow bright, midnight dance. One more move, one more chance. Stop loss tight, but my hope runs wide. Do I bail right now or let this ride? Every signal talks like it knows me. Every move could crown me or ghost me. I'm tracing the arc in my mind, chasing the shape I can't find. Hey, turn or trend, they both bend, riding that swing till the very last. Stand up and down, again, again. Are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both bend. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend, spin that doubt, round and round. Hear that hush in the crowd. Is it just a twist or the start of a run? I'm lost in the gust, but it feels like fun. Oh yeah. Turn or trend, they both bend, riding that swing till the very last. Stand up and down, again, again. Are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both bend. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend. Oh. Shots on the wall, coffee gone cold, finger on the trigger, heart runs bold. Tick tock tick, red turns green. Is this that flip or the start of a scene? Every candle feels like a question, every heartbeat bets on direction. I'm caught in the curve of the line, right on the edge of the sign. Oh, turn or trend, they both bend, riding that swing till the very last. Stand up and down, again, again. Are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both bend. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend, screen glow bright, midnight dance. One more move, one more chance. Stop loss tight, but my hope runs wide. Do I bail right now or let this ride? Every signal talks like it knows me. Every move could crown me or ghost me. I'm tracing the arc in my mind, chasing the shape I can't find. Hey, turn or trend, they both bend, riding that swing till the very last. Stand up and down, again, again. Are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both bend. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend.
Come on. New banger. You got to love this song, huh? My stop loss is tight, but my hope is wide. You got to love that. I can't believe AI came up with that stuff. Give me a little props on the new song. It's called Turn a Trend. Perfect for our night together. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm definitely going to make a Spotify list out of all of this, guys. Just give me the rest of the week because you have to actually upload it out and it's a pain in the ass, but we will definitely do it. We're going to put it all on Spotify, probably like top 5 of these songs, and you can play it. Yes, I'm generating music daily. That's my secondary passion. Me and AI, my best friend AI. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys like it. It's a really, really good banger. New song called Turn or Trend. And speaking of Turn a Trend, what do we got? We got first trade of the day here in gold, hopefully setting up. So we have positive trend. Let's look where we're at. We just took a trade in NASDAQ, a runner to the session lows, but gold already ran to session highs from 5,000 to 550. We are now turning back up to the trend. So we need 2 green candles. Second green candle puts us in a trade. It's also actually probably going to put us into session high trade too. So it's kind of a double trade that we're going to try and run on this particular structure. I'm just waiting. I have 3 accounts funded. I'm at 17. Tonight we're going to try and do single trade funding for the rest. Try to get me up to 20 accounts. And we're going to buy a couple of more accounts right now. I'm just going to bear with me a sec here, guys. I'm trying to log in, log out, see if they set up the trade evates. No, they still haven't set up my trade evates. It'll take a little while to go through the funded, but that's fine. I got 37 seconds left. We're going to trade it in. We'll trade it in the 43 account. I think that's what we'll do. We're going to trade 1 account for funded all night long. I'm going to trade this to 43 account and see how it goes. I had all green by the end of the day today. All green, even though you saw me. One of the accounts was red when I traded with you in the U.S. Open, but I was able to get it all back. And you know what I did is I made a vow to myself, and I actually held it, which is that, okay, we're going to go long here. This is my oh shit, I'm on the wrong. Sorry. Buy. I bought NASDAQ and I just closed it. Sorry. So here we go. Let's focus on gold. This is our natural stop underneath this move. Obviously, the target is going to be a lot closer. Let's see if we can get it up to like 40 on the target. The idea here is we turn back to trend. This is the swing low. We have our natural stop at the swing low, and we're going to see if they want to re-rally the gold. And if more importantly, if Asia wants to take gold, remember Asia took gold to 5,100 last night. North America brought it down below 49, and they bought it back up, and they really bought it back up hard in the last 20, 30 minutes of North American close. This was insane. Watch this. I wasn't even paying attention, but look at this. We were 49.40, right? Basically 49.40 at 3:30 in the afternoon. And then they just ramp it all the way through almost to 5,000. So this is like a $60 ramp all the way to the other side. Sorry, what's the question? Okay, Boris is the Apex account that I need to pass. Sorry, there's a lot of questions here. Okay, let me look at the questions. Can you trade NQ and wealth charts? Yes, you can. Wealth charts just said notice that Apex has halted trading on most of their futures. Yes, their wealth charts is what do you call it? Wealth charts is doing a Amazon maintenance tonight. So they took everything down. That's why we're not trading wealth. We're not trading wealth charts today. So yes, the answer is that yes. Oh, this looks like it's this trade is just not working for us. But that's okay. I am underneath here. This is a natural stop. If it takes me out, it takes me out. Gold not doing its thing. We'll stay patient and we'll wait for the next turn. But while this is doing that, we are going to go to Apex because this is the absolute last chance to nail accounts. And we're absolutely going to get, I'm going to get like probably, I think I'm going to get like 4 right now. See, it says positions auto flatten at 9:59 p.m. I guess, they're letting you, trade, but I'm not even trying because I knew that they were going to go into mate. So that's it. Oh, different message. They said they halted trading on all platforms for metals due to market volatility. Was that maybe just for tonight? We'll find out tomorrow, what the story is. I'm not gonna try and triple guess. I would imagine it's just for tonight because they don't want to have positions open since they're going to go into maintenance, and I think they don't want the volatility on the positions. So I think they just probably decided, the story. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, guys. I don't want to second guess them. We'll know for sure tomorrow if they're not letting people trade gold, which would be surprising. But I can't imagine that this is not anything temporary. But we'll see, because that would be that would mean everybody's going to go back to trading trade of 8. Anyways, let's do some trade of 8s because we know we're going to do some straddles and then maybe do some unidirectional ones. So I'm going to buy a couple of trade of 8s. I'm buying the 25s because I really, really like the 25s, but you can buy the 50s too. Those are really good too. BK save. The difference is literally $1. Like it's they're so cheap. Maybe I'll buy, maybe I'll buy like 2 50s and two 25s. Let me take my, so I'm going to take this off screen because I don't want anybody stealing my credit card for the 50th time this year. Okay, and then we're going to go buy again. See, it's only 18, and now let's just buy a 51 too, just for comparison, just to show you how cheap it is. BK save. Make sure you use the BK save. Sorry, click this one. I always forget. Top and bottom, but not the middle. You see, it's like literally $1 more. It's so cheap that you get the 50. But I really like trading the 25s. So I'm going to buy, I think I'm going to buy 2 50s and 2 25s to get myself going. I would suggest I'm already pretty much at capacity on my fundeds. But if you're not at capacity, buy as many as you can because you will use them. And we will have lots and lots of news in the next 30 days to be able to trade this and nail it. So let's go over here, 25K. Okay, BK save, always and forever. Which one is this? Okay, so it's another 25. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy just 150 and all the rest 25s. And we'll play them as they go. Wow. So I'm just looking at gold here. Gold really came in. So gold ran to the highs and now came all the way down. So now we're just going to stay very patient and see if we get a secondary, turn to trend where I get a trade back up to the positive trend. I need 2 green ones to let me trade the gold trade. Okay, one more on purchasing. What happened to my thing? Hang on. Okay, you don't see that? Good. All right, and I'm going to do one more. All right, one last one for 25s. So this is going to go away, and it's going to go to 10 times its cost. You really, I'm just telling you right now, the best trade you can make right now is get this, because once you have these for the next 30 days, we're going to have lots and lots of opportunities to turn these into funded accounts, and it's really dirt cheap to do that. So subscribe. I'm gonna wait for a All right, so we're going to give it like 3 or 4 minutes to set up the accounts. I'm going to see if they've set up the accounts yet or not. They haven't set up my fundeds yet, but I do have the, okay, cool. I do have, so let me show you guys. Let me show you. We're going to go to my Tradingview. Here's what we're going to do. When the timing is right, I have 125, 150, 125. These are brand new accounts. These are all funded that are just waiting to be converted, right? I'm just waiting for these to be converted into new accounts, right? The PAX accounts. So I have these are 1, 2, 3. All of these need to be converted. Or 1, 2, 1, 2. Where's my third one? Oh no, there's 2. That's right. Sorry, there was 2 to be needed to be converted. The third one is already converted. So we're in good shape here as far as the accounts go. And I'm waiting. I'm going to take these 70 and 72. We're going to trade them against each other when we get the right time. These are the accounts that we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to trade the large gold contract for 77 ticks, no stop. Right? That's going to be our trades when we're ready. Why the 25s? Just because I like them. It gives me a very, it's $1,500 to take profit. So it's very, very, it requires $7 move in gold for me to kind of to TP on this, and that's not a big move. It's like a 1 minute move if I find the right. Find the right setup. And actually, I am looking for the setup right now. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to trade this setup. We'll see. Hopefully it will work on the turn. So what we're going to do is, if both of these candles stay green, that's a turn. That's a turn back to trend. And I'm going to take one long, one short, on the assumption that we either just really turn and start to go back to the highs, or this is going to be a failure. And the failure is going to, basically come back and test the lows. Either case, I'm going to be able to have that 7-point volatility move if I have the signal. So I'm just going to wait very patiently here, see if I have the signal. 22 seconds left. I'm going to trade. I'm actually going to set it up over here, and then I'll show it to you. This way, we will not. It's going to be 70 against 72. Okay. 5 seconds. I'm going to go long in one, short in the other. And 72, I'm going to go short. And we're going to watch. We're going to see how things are trading here. See, these are the 2 accounts. We're going to see if one of them is going to hit target on the straddle. We'll see. This is the 70 account. And we're done. And we're done. See that? One of them burnt, but one of them funded because we had the volatility. I didn't want to, I didn't want to go back to the chart, but this was my bet. My bet was that either it was going to really turn to trend and we're going to get funded, or it was going to, completely collapse and we're going to get funded the other way. So if you did unidirectional, obviously if you went, if you took the signal just unidirectionally, you did well too. But I went both sides because I wanted, to give myself the, because they're so dirt cheap. It was 2 contracts. You can see it, guys. I showed you 2 contracts, 77. I went through all of this. So that's the I don't know what you're doing. I went through this as slowly and as cleanly as possible. GCJ6, this is the big contract. 77 no stop, 2 contracts. You can just do this again. The beautiful thing about gold is you can literally do this all night long, and I'm pretty sure that 1 out of 2 times, 1 out of 3 times, you're gonna get funded doing this. In Apex, you need to pass the evaluation to get it, right? I don't know anything, guys. I'm not even going to discuss wealth charts because I have no idea whether this is temporary or not. Let's not waste our time. We're going to trade Tradingview. My job here is to get you funded, which I just did right now. 1 trade, 1 fund. If you followed me, how many? I'm actually curious. Anybody got funded, or anybody took that trade with me? Yes, no. Give me a +1 if you did. Yes, no? Keith said he took the trade. I traded the GC contract, the mini gold. Yes. That's the large contract. And you can repeat this process from now till kingdom come. The main thing is you gotta inventory as many of these cheap accounts as possible so that you can do it. You can't do it in wealth charts. Again, this is only a trade of 8 trick. Showing you the tricks of the trade, you got to follow what I'm saying. You have to have a trade of 8 account. Buy the trade of 8 accounts. As I said, they're $18. Go out there. If you want to get funded easily, I can't make it any easier for you. I think this trade took a whopping 65 seconds. Can I show the charts? Why? This isn't about charts, Judith. It's about doing the thing, okay? I just want to make sure that everybody got this. So, okay, lots of questions. Let's go to the charts. Let's talk a little bit about. I'm gonna try and do a. I'm gonna try and do a sell on this. I don't love this trade, but this is gonna go into my regular account, my regular 43 account, and I'm gonna be trading a micro position, 1 tiny little contract, right? I'm gonna trade 1 tiny little contract. I'm gonna show you what I want to do. Here we go. Against this natural stop over here, against this very, very small, tight target. Let's see if this is going to work. I don't love it because, it looks like it wants to go to session highs, but it's a very, very small risk. It's like a 20-point risk for me. It's just 1 out of the repertoire of 3 trades that I do. The 3 trades that I love to do is the turn to trend. This one failed me on the my funded account, but this one completely paid me on my eval account. And I wanted to do 1 eval trade with you just to show you how the eval trades are done. And if I'm going to do an eval trade, like if I want to use my eval account to get funded, let's see if I get done on this. Come on, let's go. I'm going to get out of this trade. I'm going to take a quick scalp on that one, and that goes in the money bank. So there are 3 types of trades we do. That's all we do all day, every day. The first trade is session highs, green dot. I'm busting through the session highs. I want to take that trade, momentum trade, go, 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 go. I want to do that 2 times. If you really, really press me, I might want to do it 3 times, but that's it. Sometimes the thing can go 6, 7 times. In other words, breaks the roof, breaks the roof, breaks the roof, takes out session highs, right? That's number one. Number two is the reversal trade against trend, which is exactly what this was. This is actually working much better than I thought it would be. So the reversal trade against trend is we're positive trend and we get a purple dot. That's my natural stop. I'm stopping against that, and I'm selling on a reversal. Okay, that's it. And you obviously on the other side, I buy the white dot on the buy side. I love doing the white dot buy, the reversal trade. That works really well. And for those of you guys who are really good traders, you could actually take this. For example, if you think this is pretty much the top of this move, some of you guys can take this trade, sell half, hold at the original entry, and then maybe milk it all the way down to 5,000. Can this turn into a V-shaped trade? Absolutely. Can this be a trade that does this, that comes up and then comes back down over here, and you're making like literally 300-400 points instead of 30-40 points like I did? Yeah, of course. I'm just scalping because that's my natural personality. But you, of course, can make it much bigger trades. I give you the entries, you decide the exits. That's the key thing, right? So that's trade number two. But the money trade that pays almost all the time, except, of course, a few times where it doesn't, like over here. The money trade is the turn to trend trade. And that is the trade that I would use to fund my evals. If I'm in an eval, if I'm going to do a straddle, I'm going to do the straddle against the money trade, which is anytime I'm in an uptrend, I want to be looking for a turn back up to on trend. So I have a sell-off and I get 2 green candles in a row. That's my buy point. I love that. 2 green candles in a row. I'm buying, and my stop is behind the second candle. So I'm long here. I'll be long over here on the. Oh, sorry, I just screwed this up. What did I just do? Hang on. Did everybody lose? Did you guys lose screen? No, I guess only I lost screen. Okay, you guys see it. So let me just do this. Hold on a second. It's Alt. I think I keep hitting the wrong key here. Yeah. Okay. So this is the 2 greens. I'm coming in over here. My stop is over here. Always the candle back. It's a two candle setup. So if I'm coming in over here, for example, on this trade, sorry, this was a 2 candle trade over here, right? My stop would be over here. And then you just, trade it, to the upside. As a matter of fact, I got a trade right now. I got a trade right now, which got about 47 seconds left on it. Here we go. This would be my stop. And if this stays green in the next 40 seconds, we're going to go long. Excuse me. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. So 31 seconds left. So we got those 3 specific setups. So I bought my eval straddle trade is 2 big gold contracts, 77 point target, no stop. I'm going to get long here, guys. Okay. Again, the money trade, the stop goes underneath here, right? Target is going to come up here. And we'll see if we can make target. We'll see if we want to run back to session highs, right? Makes it pretty clean and clear for you guys to see what we're doing, right? Oh, you want to sign up for the coaching class? Sure. Anybody who wants to come in for my coaching, let me give you the link. The link is here. Also, geez, I need to give you the Apex link. This is the Apex link. I'm actually going to I'm putting the Apex link, which is the major. I'm pinning this. So the Apex link is pinned to chat, so you can use it before midnight. Make sure you get the accounts, okay? Because it's literally a different, like it's a 5x difference in terms of cost. Get like 4, 5, 6 accounts, whatever you want. I think like At 5 accounts is less than $100. It's less than dinner tonight. And then you can use those really, really well, either for tactical trades or for straddle trades, even against news. And we can do them against NASDAQ, whatever you want. All right, so we're trying to see if gold can pump up a little bit here against the natural stop here. See, this is my perfect stop. I'm just gonna move this line over here and delete it so you guys don't need. You can see me. This is where I hold my stop. And delete this and make it very, very clear. You see how it's very, very clear. You know your risks. You know your parameters. And most importantly, you're trading small size, right? Somebody was asking me today in North America, like, what's the right risk reward strategy? And I said it has nothing to do with ratios. I mean, obviously, as I said, you don't want to be trading anything worse than a 1 to 3. So you risk 3 to make 1. That's about the maximum risk reward you want to do. But aside from that, the risk reward really is a function of size. So if you never trade more than 2 micros in any of your funded accounts, you will survive, and very often you will thrive. Even when you're negative on your funded accounts and you're trading 2 micros, you can bring it back. As I said, I have it's 17 accounts. And I was trading just to trade. Actually, no, I was trading wealth charts too, but all the wealth charts were green. But the trade of 8s, I had I think it was 7-1, right? 7 positives, 1 green, 1 red. And the red was pretty red. And by the end of the day, I brought the red back up to green. So that means, all of them were green. And that can only be done because I traded very, very small. I just traded, 1 micro, 2 micro, and just chiseled away and brought that back. And that's incredibly cool, both psychologically and financially, to be able to do that. So we kind of slowed down. It's surprising. Yesterday we had such a great move in Asia session. Today we had this big move that sort of is dying on the vine here as far as the moves go. Makes me want to go look at NASDAQ just for a look at NASDAQ is actually moving. Now NASDAQ has some trades. So I took one NASDAQ trade at the open here. And this is actually, I'm late, so I'm not going to take this trade. But this NASDAQ trade would have been a legitimate reversal trade. This is part of what we like to do. So if I sold this at 10 against a 22 stop, this would have already made target. I would have already made target on this NASDAQ. NASDAQ is honestly, in many ways, a lot easier to trade on your psyche. And because NASDAQ is all I need to make money, all we need to make money is amplitude, right? What we don't want is we don't want this, the brain dead chart. That's the worst thing. But if we get a chart that goes up and down, up and down, up and down, we will make money at every point because all of our setups are designed to be activated at these points of pivot. And then we just need amplitude. If we have this kind of a structure, we don't care whether we're going to be long or short. Somebody was asking me if I wanted to be long or short gold. I said, we are total mercenaries. We don't care whether we're long or short. We just want to be right. If you trade with 1 or 2 micro contracts in PA, does it make any difference to trade? No, actually, that's a great question. It really doesn't. 50 gives you a little bit more leeway, but 1 or 2 for 25 or 50 is pretty good. I like the 25s because it's a one-to-one risk reward, right? In terms of getting on the funded side, you know 1500 to 1500 is kind of cool. And then the other aspect of it that I like is it's a little quicker to reach payout territory, right? I think what do you need to do, like 26.5, and you know you can request a payout, whereas with a 50 you need to do 52.6, I think, to request a payout. So I just like it that way. But anyways, gold seems to have really died. Look at the volatility. It was just like, we used to be doing like $10 candles. Now we're doing $1. It's back to the old gold. I don't want the old gold. I want the new gold. But not really, gold is having a hard time. It seems like Asia just doesn't have the juice to run the product right now. So since it doesn't, the turn to trend trades are kind of failing. So that's fine. We will let it go and just wait for a better setup for us. The reversal trades are actually the better trades right now. Yeah, this is second time. This is a good signal that I think gold is kind of toppy, right? It's a good signal that gold is really having a hard time getting through this 50-40, which makes me want to do the following. I'm going to go to the 45 account. This is the beauty of having multiple accounts. We can trade this with you, right? And I'm going to go. I'm going to sell this trade because it's a 2 red. If you think about this, I'm trading against trend, but I'm going to bet on the fact that I think the trend is actually going to come down a little bit. So 2 reds, red slope. Let's see if I'm right on this particular trade in my other account, and that it's really more of a seller's market than a buyer's market. Very often a failed setup can give you as much information as a good one if you listen to what it's saying. So I'm still using the rules of my setup. I have 2 reds on a red slope. It's just a counter trend trade. It's just kind of like the fourth setup on my structure. And obviously I have a very clean, clear, definitive, stop structure too. All right, we'll find out what's going on with vol charts tomorrow, guys. As I said, remember, they're turning vol charts down right now. So I think they're probably just doing it. I don't know. Maybe they're not communicating well. I would be shocked if they don't let you trade gold on vol charts for the rest of your life, because that means everybody's going to go on Tradingview and start trading Tradingview. I don't think they want to make that decision, but you never know. I don't run vol charts. Maybe they decided they didn't want to do it. Wow, we really, really, really got quiet here. I'm getting whipsawed. Remember I said, what's the worst part of what's the thing that we hate is just this churn. I'm just getting myself churned out, and I'm gonna just wait patiently. We're either gonna hit session highs, and I'm gonna take those. Yeah, just today happens to be very, very, very shitty Asia Open, and it may be like we're gonna have to just be very patient and let the prices. I need volatility, so I'm gonna wait for volatility to trade. I took like 4 trades, and 2 of them stopped me out, which is just very unusual. So if they took me out, then I'm not trading anymore. I want to see volatility. I want to see these guys hit the session highs before I do anything else. This is because clearly just chop. So I'm going to leave this alone, and we'll see what happens here. Yeah, the word is temporarily, right? So I'm assuming that's probably just tonight. Now I have a second turn to trend trade, right? Like this is this setup, this setup, this setup. It's really, really hard to pull the trigger after the setup fails you a couple of times, but that's the beauty of having multiple accounts. I'm going to buy this account in the 46. So this distributes my risk a little bit. I have a fixed stop, fixed target. Let's bring this down. Let's see if this is going to work. This is the reason why you go to 20 funded accounts, because you can distribute your risk, and if trades are not working, they're only they're touching a tiny bit of your account, instead of just piling one bad trade after the next bad trade after the next bad trade into one account and killing it. This gives me the opportunity to still explore my setup and see if I'm just structurally wrong today, if the market is just structurally against me, or whether this is just a couple of bad bounces at the Asia Open where we're just not having enough follow through. It doesn't look great. I'll be honest with you. This Asia trade looks like ass right now, and completely different from any night that we've seen before. So I don't know what is happening here, but there's this incredible muted volatility in gold. And if this trade doesn't work, I'm probably not going to look at gold for the rest of the night, because until it hits session highs and it creates some massive candles, I want to see a 20-point candle, because remember, I want to react off of volatility. If volatility doesn't exist, I don't want to be there. I don't want to play the game. But this is very, very tepid price action, right? Coming back, can't even take the highs, 36.41. We've been basically trading 31.40, a $10 range. We trade a $10 range in a minute most of the nights. And this has been trading a $10 range for like an hour, which is not what we want to be. Not the kind of trades we want. So we'll try to stay patient with this trade. And then if it's not working, we can always turn our attention to NAS, which is, by the way, let's take a look at NAS. Is NAS session highs? NAS is pumping session highs, which is nice. So we can, if this goes green dot session highs, we'll try to take it. NAS has had a very clean, clear recovery move here. And by the way, this turn to trend would have been beautiful, right? NASDAQ has been much more orderly in its price action today than gold has been, and much more effective and efficient. The other thing that I want to look at NAS here is if NAS kind of like hits a natural double top here. If we get a purple dot, we can trade the reversal. Either way, we have lots of interesting little opportunities here on the NAS side. Yeah, gold just really doesn't. We're gonna just look at NAS here, because gold just doesn't know what it wants to do. See if we have any opportunities in NAS. Wonder, is there any news on the? Let's see if there's any news on tweet deck here. Um, 20 days below freezing. That's true. That's a nice long trend. Huh. Wait, hold on a second. What is this? There's an Apex. Oh, Apex just came out. What is Apex saying? Due to volatility in the markets, ABB will be holding trading on the following instruments for now. We'll continue monitoring market conditions and broker margin requirements to determine when these instruments can be relisted. Huh. Wow. So this is actually coming from. Wow. So they're gonna stop trading gold. This was our last opportunity to trade gold, right? That's really interesting. That is super interesting. All right. So we're still in this gold trade. I guess I better take my profits in gold. But still letting me trade. Still letting me trade on Tradingview. So I will. I'll keep it. This turn to trend trade is there, but it may be that I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know what this means. It's not clear because obviously these what are they doing? You guys want to see the? Let me see the Discord. Hang on. All right, we'll put it back to the charts. So this was finally the trade that did work, right? It took us, back to the reversal trade here, but we may have to just trade. We got a NASDAQ reversal trade. So let's trade that because that's nice and clean for us. Let me do that in the. I'm going to rotate it out to the 47 account. Okay, here's the 47 account, and I'm going to trade NASDAQ. Sell. And this is going to be against this natural stop and this natural target. Let's see if if the reversal is going to work for me. It's the one great thing about NASDAQ is it's a much lower volatility thing. In the meantime, let me try to figure out what the hell is going on here. Yeah, Kay just messaged me. Yeah, trying to figure out what's up. Where is their? Here's their. Okay, let's go to their Discord. Let's see what they're saying. Everyone, due to market volatility, temporarily halting trading on the following. This halt applies across all platforms and affects both simulated performance accounts. Existing positions may be flat, but no new positions will be allowed. We're monitoring broker margin requirements and markets to determine when these instruments will be available again. Thank you for understanding. Wow. They couldn't have made this announcement like at the beginning of the session. Interesting. Okay, I guess we can't trade it. That's the rules. So we just simply stay on NAS. We'll just trade NAS. Hopefully this will come back. I mean, ironically enough, volatility has come down, right? All right, good. The reversal trade works. You see that? Nice, clean reversal trade. We just, we'll stay on those positions. And we'll trade that. I'm trying to figure out, like, if they increase margins, why not simply say, okay, you can only trade like one one gold contract. Instead of 10, you can trade one up to one gold contract, stuff like that. Which is, we're so within those parameters, so within the risk limits of that we never get, even in this crazy volatility, we never. This is what I was trying to tell you. We never get hurt. But I'm trying to teach you kind of trade against the real world. So we'll see what the sim world wants to do. That is very, very weird. And so Wasil says, he's been opening and closing trades and he has not been flattened and he doesn't know what to do. I know. It seems very surprising, I'll be honest with you. Like it's kind of haphazard because if you're going to announce you're going to flatten the trades, then don't let people trade. If you're letting people trade, then you're letting the people trade. I'm going to stop trading because I don't want to be in this following position where they're going to tell you, oh, we made the announcement. You traded post the announcement. All your profits in gold are disallowed. I don't want to have that argument. So I'm just going to basically not trade gold as a safety measure until they get more clarity. So yeah, I understand wealth charts is kind of thing, but we see that Tradingview lets people trade. I can trade gold and Tradingview all night long here, and so I don't want to get into an argument over like I said this, but you did this. So if they're saying we can't trade it, we're not going to trade it. It's a bummer. My gold song, I'm going to have to put my gold song on hiatus until we can start trading gold. NAS is obviously a little bit of a slower, quieter trade, but still a good one. Anyways, guys, here's what I would do, regardless of what's going on, because whatever it's like Trump, whatever they say, they're going to change their mind 5 seconds later. The difference is, are you going to own the cheap accounts or not own the cheap accounts? You have 30 days to kind of exercise these cheap accounts and convert them into funded. So I would just ignore the noise, harvest, inventory the cheap accounts, and be ready, because even if we can't trade gold, we can certainly trade MNQ on a straddle basis for news events. We're still going to have lots and lots of opportunities to get into the funded opportunity, and we'll take it from there. It could be that yes, it could be that their risk, that they that the desk ran risk, and they got slammed. Which I know a lot of brokers got slammed too on the gold positions, but which is fine. But the question is, why is Tradingview still trading, right? Why is Tradingview still trading? Reversal in NASDAQ, another reversal trade. We're going to take that trade, nice and quiet. The opportunities are still there for us as long as we have the setups. So waiting to hold. This will be the natural stop against this high, and we'll see if we can get another reversal trade going here on NAS. All right, this is my move. Oops, I want to bring this up here, and this is my natural stop against this. So we'll play it out here. We're done. Nice and clean. Nice and clean on the reversal side. Who took that? You can still trade, by the way, if you're in wealth charts, you can still trade NASDAQ, right? Yeah, I do. I trade. We're scalping. For a lot of reasons, but I scalp because obviously it keeps my risk control nice, and as you can see, none of this shit affects me. You can throw anything you want at me, and none of it is going to destroy my accounts, because I trade small, I trade quick, and I trade fast. But you don't have to. Like, the point is, you can enter on my signals and hold for an hour. You're going to make 100 times more money than I will. If this is a true reversal, this goes 123, this could be a 100-point trade. As we say in Yiddish, sei gesund, go with God. It's just a matter of like, what is your personality type? Can you hold a trade for a long time? Can you not? I don't have any patience to hold trades for more than a couple of minutes. So my system is optimized for my personality, but my entries are universally good. That's what I want you to focus on. I want you to learn my entries so you could make as much money as possible with them. You know, again, it goes back to what's my favorite saying in the world? Do as I say, not as I do, right? I am the living embodiment of do as I say, not as I do. Again, Maria, I wouldn't fret too much about it because I'm almost certain they're going to turn gold back on very soon. I think they're just doing a precautionary thing. I think you got to understand. I really, really wonder if it's a situation of like, you know, Trump, remember, is negotiating Iran, right? And you know how volatile he is. Like, you know, if those fuckers make it difficult for him, which you know they will, he may just say, "Fuck you! I'm going to just bomb you out of Kingdom Come." And I think what's happening is maybe the exchanges and everybody else said, "Listen, we have no idea if he's going to pulverize Tehran, and if he does, gold can go $1,000 in a minute." And maybe that's what they're all freaking about, you know? So I have a feeling it's kind of a precautionary thing. We'll have to see how the negotiations go in Miami. And if it gets heavy, then I think that's the reason. You're Iranian, dude. What the fuck? Well, you know, listen, I'm just explaining geopolitics to you. This isn't, I'm just trying to explain why I think maybe everybody's getting spooked about gold. Yeah, and they maybe, you know, Apex does run a lot of live traders. Like, what is the let's look up. What is the margin? Holy shit! Let's look at the margin. You guys want a quick little lesson in Chicago Mercantile Exchange margin, and I'll explain to you what the story is. CME GC margin. What are they offering? And I'm going to explain to you the difference. In understanding margin and why some of the brokers are freaking out. Okay. Wow. Jesus. Okay. All right. This explains a lot. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, like in normal times, the maximum you put down is 5%, right? $5,000 for $100,000, right? They just raised the margin to 40%. So now you got to put $40,000 down for $100,000, just you know, for measuring assets, which is like almost 10 times the normal size. And that's why everybody's freaking out. That's like you got to have 10 times more money to be able to trade the same instrument. So that is why all of the brokers are freaking out on the maintenance, because they need to hold 10 times more capital. And nobody has 10 times more capital just lying around for the use. I didn't realize I thought they were like at 20,000. They went to 40%. It's almost cash on cash. Day trading is less, yes, but I don't want to get into the weeds of day trading versus margin maintenance. But I think what's happening is because the margin maintenance is so much, they can't be certain they're going to be able to sweep everybody on the day trading side, and so they just decided screw it. this is just too much risk. Because what if we get caught? What if we get caught holding all this margin at 5 p.m., all these positions 5 p.m. by traders, and we don't have the margin to hold it? That's liquidation. That's censoring by the exchange. You're breaking a whole bunch of rules. Maybe that's what's really happened. They just decided, fuck this, it's not worth it. I don't blame them. It's literally 10 times normal margin. That is really, really high. Just for argument's sake, let's look CME and Q margin. It's probably pretty big, but I bet you it's nowhere near as big as gold. So what is the CME and Q margin? Yeah. So this is 10% because NASDAQ is about 300,000. And they're just saying, just lay down 10%. With gold, they're putting down 40%. That's a lot. Holy cow. I mean, it's still not, not grand, but it's not nowhere near as horrible. So that's interesting. Yeah. Thanks. Actually, if you guys don't subscribe to Kathy's newsletter, she actually did a very, Prop Trader Edge. Prop Trader. If I could only. What is this? Oh, because I can't spell. PropTraderEdge.com. Okay, here we go. So here she posted this article. Let me send you the guy's link. She discussed all of this stuff. Silver is insane. Silver makes gold look like a move. Yeah. So the reversal trade in NASDAQ, like I said, remember, you could milk 2, 3, 4 times more money than I do because if you're not scalping, you're doing well. I have some possible opportunity here. We'll see if I get a. Oh, look at this nice move! Look at this nice move. This is a turn back to trend in 2 green candles. This thing holds green. We're going to try and trade it to session highs. I'm going to try and run it the other way, right? So let's go. We're going to just rotate to the 49 account. Just going to rotate to the 49 account and see how that goes. Nope, doesn't hold. So we'll see. That was kind of a spike out. 20 seconds left. Let's see if this thing can just basically hold. Nope, doesn't hold. Really wild, huh, guys? Pretty cray-cray. All right, we're going to trade this. Again, against this stop, this target. Let's see if we can do it. I don't love this trade. It kind of died out on me. I would have loved to have seen it go stronger, but let's see if Nas wants to go a little higher on this move here. Just curious, by the way. Yeah, it looks like Nas is going to go. Oh, almost there. Come on, baby. Hit it. Come on, there we go. See? When the Chicago Mercantile Exchange gives you lemons, you make lemonade. They don't let you trade gold, we'll trade NASDAQ. It doesn't matter. My point is the entry techniques is what you want to focus on. It's the entry techniques that you guys can learn here that hopefully will be really, really valuable, for wherever you guys trade. All right. I'm loving NASDAQ has actually been a really smooth, clean product. Should have just simply traded that all day long. Let's see. I'm just curious what gold is doing. Like, how would we have traded gold if we could? Kind of, reversed out. Now back down to 5,000. No trades for us. Like, there's absolutely no possible trades for us. But I do like this volatility. This is a great structure for us because the next wave up is probably going to be a really good signal for us. Or if this thing crashes through the moving averages, turns negative, then we're going to have a whole bunch of new trade setups. But obviously, I'm talking theoretical because we can't trade this right now in practice. But we love this is what we want. I want, whenever I'm stuck, the rule of thumb is if I haven't moved like 10 points in 15 minutes, I should just stop trading. Like this was, remember, we lost a little bit of money, but almost unnecessary. If you don't have the big move, you won't have the ability to make the money. See, big move, this didn't make money, but this one did make money. And then you died. And when you die, you just don't, if you haven't moved 30, 40 points in a matter of 10 minutes, forget it. Just walk away from the chart. Then you get a big down leg. I guess what I'm trying to basically say is that the greatest thing about what we do is we don't need to predict the future. We just need to react to the present. That is literally what scalping is all about. That's the beauty of it. Because once we have the present that fits our criteria of volatility, we have natural stops, natural targets, natural setups. And that's why I think it's so exciting. That's why I think you guys hopefully will like this approach, because I don't predict the future. I don't give a fuck where the future goes. As I said, we don't care whether we buy or sell. We just want to be right. And that means we react to the present. So our primary job is to read the present. When we're in the chop, it's our job just to get out and wait until we get the volatility. So we can look at the gold as kind of a lesson, even if we can't trade it, lesson in how to properly engage and disengage with the market. And I hope you guys appreciate that. I mean, that to me is the key to making the trade happen, right? We're not about predicting the future. We're about reacting to the present. Here's Snazzy Nazi, trying to make session highs, which is fine. We'll watch it, watch it trade. It's obviously a much slower trade, much quieter trade. This is a trade that I rarely ever trade in Asia, because this is a trade that you really want to. This is a trade you want to trade 7 in the morning until 11 in the morning. Those are your primo hours. Although my friend Logan, who I saw, I don't know how he does it, because I find the 3 o'clock hour, the power hour, untradeable. But he seems to be really, really good at trading the close. I am befuddled at trading the close in NAS, but I wonder if anybody does. Like, do you guys? And give me a +1 if you guys trade the close in the NAS. Anybody do that? I find it very difficult. Oh, thank you. So, astrologer, you made me realize about something. I want to show us. We don't have any trades right now. I have something. I want to share something with you guys that so resonated with me, and is such an interesting observation about life. Should be taking this, by the way. I should stop fucking around. So this is our bread and butter trade. The only reason I don't want to take it, right, and the only reason I'm really hesitant to take this is because this is a double top, right? And NASDAQ is not gold. NASDAQ doesn't bust through session highs like a rocket. It tends to kind of go one step forward, one step backwards. So I'm not going to take this because it's a double top formation. If we go to like 2150, if this thing just starts to make fresh highs, yeah, maybe I'll go with it. To me, the trade that I really would probably feel better about is if I get a red dot, purple dot over here on a reversal. Maybe that's the trade that I want to take. But let me just take your attention away from this for 1 second, because this is such a interesting tweet. I'm going to go to my Twitter. Damn it, sorry. Here we go. I'm going to go to my Twitter. Let me pull it up, and I really want to share it with you because it was just so interesting. Okay. So you guys know I'm a big tennis fan, right? I used to play, now I can't, but I'm still a big tennis fan. But I find tennis is one of those incredible, great parables for life, right? So this is an article about Djokovic. Djokovic was going to quit tennis in 2010. He had won lots and lots of tournaments, but he had some annoying Open. He was number 3 in the world, and he decided he was going to quit, right? And his coach said to him, so let me just read this to you because I think this is just really soon. Why did you start playing this sport? Vaja, who is his coach, said immediately sensed what the problem was. Djokovic was focusing too much on rankings, records, titles, external expectations. As a result, Djokovic said, I was mentally at one very messed up place. As Djokovic thought about Vaja's question, he thought about how many of his earliest childhood memories include his most beloved toy, a mini tennis racket and a soft foam ball. He started playing tennis, answering Vaja's questions, because I just really loved holding that racket in my hand. Do you still love holding a racket in your hand? Djokovic thought about it for a few seconds, got excited and said, I do. I still love holding a racket in my hands, whether it's a Grand Slam final, on center court, or just playing around on a public court. I just like playing for the sake of playing. So the takeaway here, there's a word for being like a kid who does something for the sake of doing it. Autoletic, from the Greek auto, self, and telos, end, meaning you do it because of the end in of itself. So why do I, oh, fuck this went through, fine. We missed the trade, but it doesn't matter. Why do I bring this up? Because this is such an interesting aspect. Somebody said, it's great that, I enjoy trading. I'm not the only one that enjoys trading, right? Trading is a joyful activity in of itself. I don't think anybody can really make big money in the markets unless they truly, genuinely enjoy the markets. Just like nobody really wins tennis unless they absolutely love the game, right? There is this inherent, I used to always joke around, how many of you guys look forward to Sunday night? Or obviously in America, it's Sunday night to us. But how many of you look forward to a Sunday or look forward to a Monday? Only in trading. I remember the interviews with Chicago Mercantile Exchange traders who were they were looking forward to a Monday, right? Maria says, if you look forward to a Monday, you're in this game because you love the game, which is the great reason to be in the game. You're in this game this way. Here's the thing that I find really fascinating. Do you know how many executives who run Pepsi Cola or Walmart or gas stations or whatever the fuck they run, right? Do you think they give a flying fuck about the business that they're running? They could be running a widget store, right? Their whole job is to maximize profit. But do you know how many chief executives I met at the show this last weekend who trade themselves? Vince trades himself, okay? Sam from Ola, which I'm going to have on the show on Friday, trades himself. John from Alpha was a former trader. That's the thing about this business, is that the people who actually run these businesses love the game themselves, right? They don't need to do this shit. They got a million other things to do. But the very fact that they trade themselves, that to me, they're like, Djokovic. They love the game. And if you're in the game, that's the best part. That's what you need. I want you to remember. If you're in the game and you stay small, you will succeed, because that's the key to trading this. If you're just here to make $1,000 a minute, and you look at this the way you would look at I don't know, drop shipping or some incredibly boring ass stuff on Amazon, you're not going to succeed. You need to understand the market. You understand it's a living, breathing thing. You need to understand that it's different. You see, every fucking day something new comes up that we have to deal with, that nobody in the world has these kind of situations. Whereas in the world, can Iran have an impact on what you're doing? It's really, really interesting. So I thought that was kind of an interesting thought. I loved that tweet. I totally understood what they were doing. All right, so we missed this. We missed the bust through the highs, which was really interesting, actually. But now I am watching this for any kind of a reversal signal. We had a nice big move. Gold, by the way, broke the 5,000. Gold just totally unwound. Remember I told you our buy setups failed, and that was a really interesting piece of information. Remember, look at the gold trade. Let's look at the gold trade. Remember I said to you, I want to be short this. Where's my gold? I didn't have the. We were short over here, and I said this looks. If I got failed on a couple of these trades, that tells me that the thing is going to go down. Now, by the way, now we're just hitting session lows. Now you'd be short here, average in here, take the trade back. If I could, if we could all trade it, this would be easy money right now. But clearly the volatility is getting too big for some of the prop shops. So I'm not touching it, even though we probably could trade on Tradingview, because I don't want them to come back to me and tell me, oh, we told you we're going to disallow all these. If they're going to disallow the trades, there's no point. Look at this vol, guys. I'm telling you, something is going on. Something is going on. I don't know what's happening, but the way gold is trading, it's not like it's not a yeah, we all know that. We all know this. Yeah, we all know that it's this. Oh, MGC is not halted. Oh my God. Being Link. Thank you for telling me this. I can't believe I didn't realize that. We could have actually traded gold. Oh my God. All right. So great. We still get the upside. Oh my God. Thank you. I did not realize that. It's on Apex. Robert says MGC micro gold is halted. It's in the list. Is it? I thought it was. I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm just reacting with you guys on the thing. Where's the where's the Discord? No, I mean they didn't put the micros on there. They did not halt. Oh no, they did. I'm sorry. Fuck, they did. They did. I'm sorry. It's right here. It is halted. No, so there's no hack here. They did halt this. That would be awesome if they didn't. No. It's on the list, guys. It's on the list. You might be able to trade it on Tradingview because it'll take a day to turn it off, but it's on the list. It's on the list. Don't. You got all my hopes up because I thought I was I thought I wasn't paying attention. So NAS actually is having a nice big rally, and I love this because it's a big reactive move. But I'm not commit. One of the ways I know that I don't like to trade. I don't like to buy tops continuously. I only like to buy one or two tops, even though this may go another 30, 40 points. And the reason why is because I hate being the bag holder, just psychologically. Psychologically, I would rather get stopped out on a retrace than get stopped out on the thing. And that's just my own personal problem. So instead of forcing it, I just simply stand back. I'm perfectly okay. I'm going to be waiting now for a reversal signal in in NAS, and if I get stopped out in the reversal signal, I'll wait for another one because I'll have natural stops, natural targets, and I'm going to be very, very comfortable with that part of the setup. But if you're running and gunning and you're trading momentum dots, this is your setup. Maybe this is going to push higher. I don't know. Oh, I get the reversal signal. 17, 18 seconds left. Which account am I in? I want to go now to the 52 account. Hang on. I'm talking so much, but I want to go to the 52 account. I'm going to trade that account. Oh, sell. Oh, sell. I'm late. Okay, it's fine. I'm late. Not a bad fill. This is my stop. This is my natural target. Okay, let's see if we can make this move. Let's see if we get any more continuity. I was just thinking it would be funny if Bitcoin became the new trading vehicle because its volatility is so much lower. That's really who would have thought that? And we're done. And we could have done more, but we took the trade nice and clean. So let me explain to you my thought process. You tell me whether you're right or wrong, whether I'm right or wrong, or whether you agree or not. But it's this is my thought process. I cannot predict how high this is going to go, right? I have zero forecasting ability, but I can react to the top. I can react to the top because I have a signal, I have a natural stop, and I have a natural target, right? So that is all I'm doing. It's I could be wrong. It could just come back up and twist me back up, but at least I have control over the field of play because I see the full field of play. I see where the stop out is. I see where the potential direction is, and I am reacting against the move, right? Because I have volatility, I have a reversal signal, and I can react against it. That's what my scalping is all about. I don't forecast, I react. And whether it's gold or whether it's NASDAQ, it doesn't really matter. The psychological dimensions are the same. I am trying to react. That's why I like this, because I feel like I give you guys more control over the price action because you can react instead of forecast. There's nothing more destabilizing trying to forecast the future because the future is never clear. But at least we know where the past leaves marks against which we can at least we can trade consistently, right? Does that make sense to you guys? So we started gold, we ending NQ. That's the way it goes in the trading world. We were all about gold. Now I'm gonna have to make a song about NQ because we might as well. I might as well just play the gold song just for nostalgia at this point, since we can't trade it, right? Might as well win with gold. No.
Spinning on the screen, numbers flash then fold. Hey, hands up in the air, we're gonna win with gold. Hey. Phone line ringing, heels on the floor, charts keep swinging, we're back for more. High risk fever, crowd runs.
Look at gold. Am I a buyer? I'd be a buyer here. I'm a buyer here. Stop natural, stop here. Is it going to go higher? Yes, it's going to go higher.
Win with gold, let it roll up and down the
I was trading this because the volatility is enormous. Be a buyer here. I'm a buyer here at 71. Try to resolve this around maybe 78 with a natural stop over here, right? You see this thing just popping back up. It just actually went to 78. It would have got me done. That's how crazy and volatile gold is. Win with gold, guys. Can't do it anymore, but I can still narrate the price action, right? I told you exactly what I would have done if we had traded this. You know, we're long here, buy the 73s, get out at around 78s. Nice, easy scalp, reactive scalp, right? NAS is dropping a little bit, but we have nothing to do here. This is like we have no reactive trades here because it's positive trend. It's going to probably consolidate. If it comes back up, does it turn to trend trade? Great. If it falls like a stone into the downtrend, we'll trade it downtrend. But as I said, I think honestly, we did the best we could with the trades today. We took all the good trades across all the accounts. And what happened there? Oh, that's my algo. It worked the best that we could. Ben says paper trading still works for well trust pricing. That's great. Prop is the real paper trading. Prop is the real paper trading. That's what we do. I don't know. Being Link, why are you asking me the same question 1,000 times? I don't know. I don't care. We're trading prop. Gold is just an instrument we trade. I'm not I'm in love with the markets, not with the instrument. So, should be interesting. Anyways, regular session time tomorrow. Tom was asking me about coaching. If you guys are interested in coaching starts tomorrow. Be sure to sign up. If you actually sign up today and do it right now, I'll give you the refund for it, and you can use the money to go buy some Apex accounts. So that's another good reason to go out there, get the coaching. This is the absolute last second to get the Apex accounts. So I will actually give you a refund for this. When do I bring Logan on? I don't know. I gotta talk to him. But Sam is coming on from Ola this Friday, so it'll be good. You're feeling low today. Started listening to that song, and you had me laughing. Awesome. Actually, did you guys I really love the new song, "Turn a Trend." That's a really good song. Yes, if you buy the coaching, I will give you a refund. You can use that money to buy Apex. That's always the standard deal. So it's a really, really good deal. But it's going to expire tonight. So if you don't use it for Apex tonight, you don't really get really good deals. Oh my God. Okay, this guy just fucking banning you. Go away. Go the fuck away. Why do we I guess it's a sign of us getting popular that I have assholes in the room now. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. If you got it yesterday, that was, I took care of you today. I will get you the refund today so you can use it. Yes, absolutely. Oh shit! Look at this. NAS giving us a turn to trend trade here, possibly. But I got to run, so I'm going to leave you guys with it. I got to run. I got to run the show. Yeah. I'm just banning them. Just like, but I guess it's a sign that we're getting popular, that we're attracting so many fucking spammers now at this point. All right. I'm trying to engage these people because I think they're serious and, they're all assholes. All right, guys, I leave you be. Great trading session, despite everything that was thrown at us but the kitchen sink. Just remember, we're in it for the game, for the love of the game. Maybe that's another song that we'll make. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Anybody who wants the trading, go ahead, sign up. I'll make sure I get your refunds right now so you can go buy the Apexes, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Everybody have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the open. Bye-bye.